Hey guys, and welcome back to Return to Jurassic Park for Jurassic World Evolution. We're now doing Mission 5 and we're finally going to be pretty much building Jurassic Park the way it was supposed to be. We're making a dinosaur tour, so we need to add 3 more dinosaurs to the mix. I thought I already constructed these, but whatever. Is anything left that still needs researching? No, not yet. I mean, no, not yet. Right, so the arrival helipad acts as our hatchery for this one. You'd think I'd just be bringing in the dinosaurs I already had, but, you know, the 3 that I had to make last time, but apparently not. Right, success rate 1. I'm going to keep doing this just because we are... Until we get some more DNA. So we need a Triceratops, a Dilophosaurus, and a Parasaurolophus. The Dilophosaurus is actually already there. So let's get the herbivores out first, they're the fastest. Once we have enough DNA, we'll be able to make more at a time. So for this one... Let's see. Everything's available to us now. Yeah, literally everybody. We can now make Ankylosaurus, Corythosaurus, Maiasaura, Pachycephalosaurus, Apatosaurus, Ceratosaurus. Could already make the Brachiosaurus. Spinosaurus, Gallimimus, and Mamentosaurus, and not Velociraptor. No Velociraptors allowed, apparently. Let's go with... I'm tempted to just finish what we already have, but let's go with Corythosaurus and Brachiosaurus. Wherever it is, Brachiosaurus. At least they fixed the glitch. When this first came out, every single time you highlighted that you like incubated a dinosaur, the camera would then pan a very long way out, and it got so annoying. It would immediately pan back in again, but it was just so annoying. You really don't need visitor shelters in this game. They are a waste of time. Their only use is to fulfill a contract. That is their only use. Can I upgrade this? Yes, I can. I'm going to need to build another one eventually. The problem is that this area is so small. It doesn't look small, but it really is for the amount of buildings you're going to have to put in here. You're going to need a lot of hotels. You're going to need a lot of visitor facilities. You're going to need to build your aviary. You need so many things in here. Okay, there's actually 2 herds of Triceratops. I believe this is the emptier one, so we're going to put them in here. Yeah, that's the annoying thing, is when you... That's what I meant. Every single time you place a dinosaur down, it does that. Luckily, you don't have to do this at any other point. It's only in Return to Jurassic Park. But you can see all the dinosaurs that we're going to have available to us. Except for this one. I wonder who that is. Why they all start off with different amounts, I have no idea. I guess Nedry took all the DNA for the rest of these. Styracosaurus, Mamentosaurus. So in total, you get 25 animals. Pteranodon is the 25th, but some of them do require other DLC. I guess I don't know if you actually need to complete Claire's Sanctuary to unlock your Oplocephalus. I would imagine you do. That's why I did it first, anyway. Styracosaurus is the deluxe edition. Ankylosaurus is the herbivore pack. Herrerasaurus is the carnivore pack, as is the Proceratosaurus. So I'm not sure how many that is for the base game. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you get 18 for the base game, including the Fallen Kingdom, but you're going to have it automatically. Get the Dilophosaurus on the go, and then you get the 2 that just become available to you during this DLC, the Compy and the Pteranodon. Parasaurolophus is going to have to go over here. The dinosaurs do have a habit of wandering off to places you don't want them to go to. It is a massive enclosure though. I really don't know why they decided to make it this big. Where are the parasaurs? Hello? Where are they? I've never known them to wander off this much. And the Gallimimus for that matter. Where are they? Are they hiding in the trees? Let's find the parasaurs first. What over here? Why are they all over there and the galleys are all over there? You guys are a long way from food. I feel I might need to put in another feeder sooner or later. Why have you guys all gone all the way over here? I've never known them to do this. Right, I have to keep watch on them. Because they may run out of food. Same with the galleys. But still, they're over here. That's where this one's gonna go. Right, let's go wait for the Dilophosaurus now. Fossils. So later on, my pretties, later on we will have our marine reptiles. I feel like I should just stop talking about Jurassic World Evolution 2 because every time I do something, the thing I say in the video is then immediately outdated.
Asset has been delivered.
That's happened like twice now. It's like, I should just stop. Oh, no, can't do them yet. Why are you a mission? Are you? Oh, you're the Triceratops I just put here. I was like, why is this one the mission objective and none of the others are? I believe there's 7 missions in total, but again, this Return to Jurassic Park is so much easier than Claire's Sanctuary. It's much easier. It's much faster paced. It's just I greatly prefer this over Claire's Sanctuary. I really do. It also helps that you get all of the new dinosaur skins. You can't use the Paleobossany, sadly, but other than that, I really do like this. But the Dilophosaurus is tiny compared to the other two. Why do I have to wait this long for it to be incubated? It makes no sense. Come on, hurry up. 95, 96. It's so close. Why do I even need to add these 3? I already have plenty of them. That's the incubation thing. Request delivery. See if I can remember which side it is, because I never do. That's a carnival feeder, and that's a bunch of Dilophosaurus. There we go.
Jurassic Park will need a tour, of course.
No, not this.
Trust me, those cars are no match for a T-Rex.
We will make sure it's done right. You can't always live in the past.
This whole island is one big monument to the past. When I studied to be a paleontologist, the chance of me ever seeing a living dinosaur was nil. The chance that I'd have to run for my life from one, even less than that. And now we are putting the public within biting range of them.
You're right, Alan. Hammond's gonna do this whether we approve or not. So we have to make sure every measure is being taken. We need the dinosaurs safe, and the people even safer.
Mr. Cabot, I assume you'll want to test the tour personally.
That's not really part of my job description. We should make sure that the tour ride allows guests to see all the dinosaurs. They should experience the wonder of this place.
And not the terror that we have.
That goes without saying.
I'm saying it anyway.
Okay, the park tour. The park tour allows your guests to experience all the dinosaurs of Jurassic Park up close. Research binoculars to extend the field range view of your tour vehicles, because they're otherwise pretty useless. Too much damage to vehicles from dangerous dinosaurs will cause the park tour to enter an emergency shutdown and require a ranger team to reopen it once the danger has passed. So don't put it in with the carnivores, or indeed most of the herbivores. They're not as aggressive to them as they are for the ranger vehicles, but they're still pretty aggressive. Okay, I believe it comes under enclosure. Yep, there it is. And the first thing we're going to have to do is demolish some of the path. Let's turn it around. You get a wonderful view of our ranger team while you're waiting in line. Oops. Yes, Mr. Hammond. The annoying thing though is that once it starts building, if you lose the selection on it, you've now got to wait for it to finish building before you can fix the rest of the track. Which I think I'm going to have to demolish a little bit of this path. Which didn't cut any power at all. Okay then. Where's the path anyway? Okay. Edit track route. That is the worst camera angle you could have given me. Okay. That's gonna have to go back. Okay, do we have any more track or is that it? That looks like it's it. Now where's the rest of the sword? Do we just not have one? We do not have one, okay. So we need to do this proper, and that includes, I put the Triceratops in the wrong place, so we're going to have to extend this track even more. Okay, so it's going to go out this way, so it's going to be a really weird direction that this thing goes in. Right, so I'm going to get them down over here, towards the lake. It's a very, very long tour. This music they're playing right now is the music that plays in the species profiles, which were my favourite bit of this game's promotional material. Okay. Once again, this thing cannot go in water, and I don't know why, because when I'm able to drive it, I can not only take it off of the track, I can make it go in the water. So I don't know why that's a limitation. Right, now the weird part. I'm sure we can put in a small enclosure in there. My main issue is we're going to run out of room for something because the aviary's going to have to go in there and we're going to need so many hotels. It is insane how many hotels you actually need. Right, unfortunately we're going to have to wait for the Triceratops to come into view, so that's probably going to be until the very end of the tour. And they do take a while. Everything else should be fine. We got the binoculars, which are pretty much mandatory because otherwise there's not a very good view out of the car at all. It's essentially the same as the Jurassic tour from Claire's Sanctuary, only infinitely better. Like, it's not even close. How's Dilophosaurus doing? No, they're both about the same. It really isn't even close. Otherwise, I think we're fine. My main issue actually is going to be the Parasaurolophus, because where... Oh, they've already gone back. Oh, okay. Never mind then. They're back in view. But if we go to our management views, you can see the view of the vehicles. So the view is fairly decent. That's if the fence is... That's if the tour goes into an enclosure or is right by the fence and the enclosure isn't very big. You need the binoculars. They give a sort of 360-degree view. So is that Triceratops in view? It's gonna be you, isn't it? Which one is it? Just about. It's just about in view. So that's good. That means it shouldn't take quite so long. It still is ridiculous. I really should have moved it. You can't adjust the price or anything for this one though, which I never understood the point of for the monorail. The other two things, the gyrosphere and the Jurassic tour. They're still going, yeah. This will all unlock later on. But I have to clear the missions or gain reputation. Yes, apparently what I've done so far isn't enough. So yeah, I'm guessing you need Claire's Sanctuary for this one. Oh, you're so cute. Dilophosaurus is adorable. It's really annoying with the sounds it makes, especially when there's a lot of them, but they're so adorable. Everybody praises the Homalocephale, and the Homalocephale is cute, but I think Dilophosaurus has it beat. It's just got great big eyes, great big dark eyes. Right, Dilophosaurus is ready. Just leaves the Parasaurs. Which is why you wish this tour could go just a little bit faster. So that lovely platinum again. Not that money's really that much of an issue in this. Get one more, I think we can leave it there. You do have the Jurassic Park gates. You can choose to have either of those gates, or you can just have like this the standard gate here. But we got one anyway. Let's have a better look. It's currently stuck in the trees. I don't recall it being after the Dilophosaurus enclosure. Bear in mind this was already built. Compete with the fire. There you go. What they got in there, King Kong? Yes, very nice. Is that Parasaur in view yet? No, not yet. Why is there a steering wheel in this thing? There's no driver. You got the CD-ROM! Whatever it is she says. I have no legs again. Well, this scientist guy's loving it. You work here. Is it really that special? By the way, every single car is car number 5. That never changes. Every car is car number 5. Different cameras. Hey, why are you driving? These things drive themselves. And how does everybody keep changing? Very nice. Yeah, still got the person talking over. I kind of wish it was the male voice though, from like Jurassic Park. Okay, they're nearly there. Can get views from different vehicles as well. I'm here, then I'm here. I don't know how many vehicles there are. Well, if you look to your right, you will see a herd of the first dinosaurs on our tour, called Dilophosaurus. One of the earliest carnivores, we now know Dilophosaurus was actually poisonous, spitting its venom at its prey, causing blindness and eventually paralysis, allowing the carnivore to eat. This makes Dilophosaurus a beautiful but deadly addition to Jurassic Park. You can just about see him over there. As the worst enclosure. I mean, you can't see anything in there. It still counts as them being in view. Right, they made it to the Parasaur yet? There they are. They're nearly there. And yet, that should come into count any second. Actually, those are Triceratops. It's nearly in view. Probably come into view while I'm doing this. Okay, let's try something else now. Let's go with Ankylosaurus and Maiasaura. Yeah, let's go with Maiasaura. I don't use Maiasaura very much. It's a weird looking thing. It's very faithful to the book's description of it, but it's a weird looking thing. Come on. Come into view, Parasaur, if you please. It's a very selective binoculars. Oh no, the Triceratops is going after them. Brachiosaur. The lady on the sword will say the Brachiosaurus can be heard across the park, and it's true. Unlike in Jurassic World mode, dinosaur visibility is actually vital. You need it. No, they're actually going to come into view thanks to this. Except for the Parasaurs, they're running away. I don't know if that's mandatory, but it's going to make things a lot easier for you. In fact, for the Dilophosaurus, it probably is mandatory. I don't know if they actually will attack the vehicles, but I don't want to take the risk. They attack the ranger vehicles, so I'd imagine they would.
Today, we invite the rest of the world to experience the wonder of Jurassic Park.
Hey kids, look, dinosaurs. And this time it's mostly safe, probably. And if you survive, you can buy a t-shirt.
There's a compliment in there somewhere.
We're not out of the jungle just yet.
Let's see how the park gets along, John.
And at the first sign of trouble...
I know. Remember, I've encouraged your skepticism.
And seeing people eaten by prehistoric creatures pretty much solidified it.
And now you know why I keep young Cabot around. Speaking of which, have any of you esteemed doctors laid eyes on my intern recently?
You'd think this is something he wouldn't want to miss.
Yes, you would.
So who is going to take care of his tasks then?
Suspicious again. He disappears, he shows up again, then he disappears again. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to declare the newest wonder of the modern world, Jurassic Park, now open. Yep, so now we get contracts again. This time, however, they actually make sense to the person you're with, and if you fulfill the contracts of somebody else, it doesn't decrease the reputation. I say all this, we haven't actually seen the contract system yet, because it isn't used in Claire's Sanctuary. So we'll just go to researching everything. Luckily we have the diseases. Where are you? Proceratosaurus. Despite the name, not related to Tyrannosaurus. No, I mean, it's not related to Ceratosaurus because it is related to Tyrannosaurus. Okay, so you need our food and drink rating. But first, contracts. So you can have up to 3 contracts at a time. And they each have a reputation, and you can unlock more things as the reputation improves. So if we go with Dr. Grant, which is the only one you should ever do, you get extraction speed, which can be useful. Dig yield, again, the most important thing in this entire game. Metriacanthosaurus, a useful dinosaur. Baryonyx, also useful, but requires a high reputation. Ellie Sattler, dig speed, I never use that. Dig team Charlie, useful, get a 3rd dig team. Your inventory space, again, can be useful, but not really, because you can only line up 6 things to extract at a time. And your extended ground herbivore feeder, which again can be quite useful. John Hammond is the hardest one to get up. And again, not that great. The cameras, you don't need them. Research costs, I always use this in Jurassic World mode. I never really need it in Jurassic Park mode. It's just not necessary. 3rd research team, and your Jurassic Park 3 heavy cable fence again. It's not actually that useful. It's actually weaker than the electric fence. So you really shouldn't need it. As you fulfill your contracts, your reputation will go up. If you're playing in Jurassic World mode, you have other people. You can increase your reputation by doing 1 contract, but that will slightly decrease the reputation for somebody else. For some reason, each division is a rival to each other, and your reputation goes down when you fulfill a contract for somebody else. And I don't know why. It's so stupid. Right, you can have up to 3 contracts at a time, but it's quite random when they show up. Dr. Grant's involves digging up dinosaurs, creating dinosaurs, and that's about it, really. Or making profit for your for stuff you sell from your digs. Ellie is generally releasing modified dinosaurs, so you should really avoid her contract. She can sometimes give you the photograph contracts, get a photo of a dinosaur doing this, or a photo that's worth this. They're not usually that great. It's fine when when the photographs show up, they're fine usually, but when it's modified dinosaurs, no. John Hammond, increase your park guest count. That is his only contract. That is the only contract he will ever give you. So if I do this... See, that's not really that helpful. But then you have to wait 2 minutes to request another contract, which is annoying if you just got rid of your other contract. Luckily my dinosaur rating is actually pretty good. So we also now have our star rating. So for some reason, if you're in Jurassic Park style, you need to research your main buildings. I mean, you do have to research your restaurant and your clothes shop and stuff like that, but at least you had the fast food and the gift shop by default. You had them from the beginning, so I don't know why that isn't the case here. Okay, Ankylosaurus, going to put you on hold because I'm going to get for Proceratosaurus. I'm not sure where they're going to go, but I'm sure we can fill them in somewhere. So I have to wait, and I have to wait for the toilets as well, which again, Jurassic World mode, you have them by default. Why do I need to research? I guess I have to research the plumbing? Maybe? I don't know. Luckily it's super fast. So let's do that again. You do have to put up with the sound of Mr. TNA showing up every single time. We have our skin variants. Now we can get the Raptor Squad skins. But we don't want to do that now. Let me get that. At least that means I can then start using it, well, once I have this available. And yeah, that's... Okay, well these can just go absolutely anywhere. Luckily the buildings in Jurassic Park mode are much smaller. So you have that. Especially the toilets. The toilets are tiny. Unfortunately I haven't quite got enough space. Where'd the sound go? Right, let's have our first hotel. Again, we're going to need a lot of these. What? Okay. I wasn't aware that my dinosaurs could breed. I thought I stopped that. It literally, the lady just said, we are pleased to welcome a Triceratops to the park. I haven't made a Triceratops. I think that was supposed to be the thing to say that there's a toilet facility? I don't know, but for some reason she said, we are pleased to welcome a Triceratops to the park. Oh, we have a disease. See how quickly your buildings fill up? It's not this bad on the regular, on like Challenge Win or anything. It's only this bad here. I don't know why. Right, we'll try and get each dinosaur to around 75–80%. Around Ankylosaurus, I will go back for you. Right, you get your T-Rex keyring, Jurassic playset, and your life-size cutout, which I don't know what Jurassic playset is, but it sounds like it should be more valuable than the Jurassic cutout. Again, it's disgusting. Ew. Ew. Is that going to increase it, or do I need to build another one? Oh, you're already there. The hotel was probably a mistake. Right. Why is the I swear, this is always the case. The shopping seems to have a much harder time than anything else. I don't know why. How is there high demand for it by the tour? It's right there. It's literally right there. This makes no sense at all. That's fine.
The dinosaurs, they're not well. They need our help.
Yes, we should probably take care of that. Who is diseased? It's a Paragallimimus of the common cold. Right. They're going to take a while to get over there, unfortunately. So somebody else is going to get diseased in the meantime. Alright, I'll put another one. And that's what Cabot's does. Right, gifts. See if that works any better. Right, we're gonna need another food facility already. Again, you need so many buildings during all of this. Another toilet as well. What's preventing me from building stuff there? This game is so weird with its constraints. A lot of Myosaur amber, I like that. There's only so much amber you're gonna get, but you get it. I think that should be good for Myosaurus, so we'll go back to Ankylosaurus now. Well, we'll try to go back to Ankylosaurus now. It's gonna be a bit of a nuisance to get it there. But I guess that just means that we're gonna get more Triceratops and Pachycephalosaurus. Because we don't have any of them on this island either. Right, where's my ranger team? You guys are such morons. Just go and cure the dinosaurs. Why do I need to task you with this? It's a disease. I don't know if they last long enough that the Dilophosaurus are going to break out. I don't think they do. As far as I'm aware, you don't get twisters here. Feeders might be filling up at some point. They are extended feeders, thankfully. Despite the fact that I can't make any. Alright, let's get another ranger team. I can only have 2 in Jurassic Park mode. Scheduling.
And now we've reached the inevitable moment when art becomes commerce. Finch nowhere to be seen.
We knew that John was running a business.
Dinosaurs should be a gift to the world.
Somebody pays, Dr. Grant. Somebody always pays.
Where are they? They are... I have no idea where they're all going. In a moment it'll be a disease in a completely different part of the enclosure. Why is that not an extended feeder?
If we understand
It is an
more
extended
of the
feeder.
genome, then by extension we'll have a better understanding of the dinosaurs. This data helps immensely in that effort.
Okay, so 2 amber's for Triceratops, very nice. Of course, neither of them are Ankylosaurus. Alright, I need to get Pachycephalosaurus up anyway. Alright, Ankylosaurus and Pachycephalosaurus, you're up next. I think there's a trophy to get, I think it's 18.
On behalf of Mr. Hammond, thank you from Mr. Finch.
And that's the other weird thing. It's like, Cabot disappears, but he still shows up to give you contracts. It makes no sense. Yeah, so Malcolm and Cabot will give you stuff as well. Malcolm increases your reputation for both Sattler and Grant, just not as fast. And Cabot's will increase your reputation with Hammond, but again, not as fast. Yeah, you can't. Your buildings can't have as many guests in them. Seriously, look at this. It's nearly full already. What's my park overcrowding? 15%. It's ridiculous how many things you need in this one area. This one area with just not even that many dinosaurs here at the moment. Pretty sure if we look at our facility here, 32 dinosaurs. It's not exactly a lot, So, I don't know why it needs this much. Right. Research teams are supposed to be doing stuff for me. At least I don't constantly have Dr. Wu telling me to research this, research that. No, I can't do it yet. Mission 7. Ugh. But they're the two that run out faster, so I don't really have any issues with that. Why is the reputation? Why do I not need reputation for those? Well, I need reputation for the ground feeder. There, we can make Pachycephalosaurus now. But we want to get more DNA before we do any of that. This thing is very much against Ankylosaurus, isn't it? Sadly, though, we can't watch their exit animations. What is going on there? The lights are going crazy again on the walls there. Right, let's make... What is Myosaur on? 80%. That'll be fine. Let's make some Myosaur. Need 4 of them, but that can wait. Again, Myosaur are the Hadrosaurs, so they're, it doesn't take very much to make them happy again. It takes a very long time for them to get really stressed. Is it best to put them in here? I think it is. Yeah, we'll put the Myosaur in there. There's really not... This is such a massive area with nothing in it. So, we'll put Myosaur in here. Sadly, I can't make any more dinosaurs. It's just, this is the only building you can use. And how... Yeah, we're gonna need another hotel. Again. Just as long as I have room to put the aviary in. Because the aviary is massive. Yeah, they come up at random. Challenge mode handles the contract so much better. They just show up when you haven't got one yet. Because you can have up to 3 at a time. In challenge mode, they just show up when you don't have one. So I don't know why they can't just do that everywhere else. Now, where's it going to go? It's going to go here, isn't it? This is the only place where the aviary is going to fit. We'll put an enclosure in here. Something can definitely go in there. I mean, eventually this will become an enclosure. At the moment, it's just got the raptors in here. You can hear them. Yeah, so you can hear the raptors in there. Oh my god, Ankylosaurus! Double the Ankylosaurus. How you doing, buddy? What's Perceratosaurus on? 74. We might. We'll get one more for Perceratosaurus next time. How's it going? Yeah. Hadrosaurs are fairly quick, but they do vary depending on the species. We're nearly at 3 stars. Park overcrowding. Greatly fixed. And the building's doing okay? Well, you're not. You're at maximum. Other buildings are fine. Come on, hurry up. So the Myosaurus from the Jurassic Park novel. And it's a pretty faithful recreation to how it's described in the novel. Whether you actually like the design is another matter entirely. I don't mind it. Out of all the Hadrosaurs, I'd say my least favourite is probably the Corythosaurus. I just don't like its face. There's something about its face I don't like. Yeah, gotta have 4 Myosaur. My main issue with the Myosaur actually is just its skins. There really isn't much variety in the skins for the Myosaur. They all look pretty much the same. Otherwise, it's not bad. It constantly looks like it's got a big grin on its face. It's got a little bump on its head. Otherwise, yeah, Myosaur is not that bad. It's become one with the tree, and... Okay, then. You have fun doing that, then, Myosaur. I'm gonna go over to my fossils again now. I mean, it makes sense that they could dig enough a load of Triceratops. It's like it's the most common dinosaur found in Hell Creek. Right, so we have one more for the Proceratosaurus. But we still want Pachycephalosaurus. So we're going to keep digging. And I think we'll go with... I need to get the Gallimimus up there, don't I? We'll go with Gallimimus, and I think we'll go with Apatosaurus. Or Ceratosaurus as well. How are the feeders doing? Or where are... I get lost with this map so easily. Oh, they're actually doing okay. I don't know what was going on with the Dilophosaurus feeder. Problem a minute is still not quite there. And maybe it might just be that I need another carnivore. Or we could try and increase the prices, I guess. Don't want to go too high. What was the last one? Oops, gone down a bit. 27. So there we go. It's not going to make much difference. In fact, I think it's gone down a bit. Or has it? The toilets are my main issue here, because that goes... That decreases my money. Again, whose idea were the toilets? So can I not just assume that there are toilets in here? It makes sense to me. I mean, if that's going to keep going up, it's fine by me. Go with 9,000. That, on the other hand, we'll ignore. It's one. See, this does get annoying. Alright, we'll get Corythosaurus on the go in a second. And we'll put them over here as well. Luckily, Corythosaurus can be kept in pairs, so they're easier to deal with. I got my profit per minute up a bit. Would another hotel do the trick? I'm not sure. Okay, Pachycephalosaurus, I say you're high enough as well. For Ceratosaurus. So we're going to go with Ceratosaurus and Apatosaurus. We'll go with Ceratosaurus first.
Make sure we have full weather station coverage. You know, we can't get caught flat-footed because, well, we might need to run.
Okay, we're going to build one of these and we're just going to leave it there. And we're just going to keep powering and depowering it. This is the contract of challenge mode over and over again. You actually need to research these in Jurassic World mode. You don't need to do that here. Dilophosaurus and
Get warnings
Dryosaurus.
of any approaching storms. That was nice work.
Let's build some fencing around here. I don't know why I can't just go with the standard fencing. There are these little light things as well. But, do I really want them to be here? That's the question. Oh, these palm trees are going to get in the way. I love being able to build the trees, I really do, but they get in the way. I can't see what I'm doing. Game. Give me too many things at once. And I think, can we fit, like, the Thyreophorans in here? We probably can. Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus can be kept alone. Stegosaurus needs 5. Dilophosaurus needs 2. So that's 8, yeah. We can put the Thyreophorans in here, I imagine. That should be fine. Let's get rid of some of that water, but that otherwise should be fine. These guys, however, need loads. Loads of space, that is. Yeah, so we're going with Ceratosaurus first. Now Dryosaurus is going to be there as well. Even though I had to research it, we apparently already have DNA for it. Huh? That makes no sense to me. There is a button to zoom out, but I keep forgetting it's there, and I keep using the mouse. The mouse's little rolling thing instead. That's how much I know about computers. I don't even know if there's a name for it. I just call it the little rolly thing. So Ankylosaurus with its Jurassic Park 3 design this time. Stegosaurus, you could be up to a little bit. Save load error. Operation failed. What? Something the also save didn't work? I have no idea what that means. I don't care if the also save didn't work because I save manually anyway. If that doesn't work, then I'm worried, but I've never seen that before. Yeah, they're gonna have to wait a little bit. Actually, rather than Stegosaurus, we'll put Pachycephalosaurus in there instead. Compies!
Mr. Hammond says we need more attractions in the park.
Living dinosaurs aren't enough.
Of course, they attract attention, Dr. Grant, but once people see what they can't believe they're seeing, they've seen it.
I am honestly trying to follow you.
People always want more.
The dinosaurs should be enough.
Maybe we can give them a new one.
Well, let's go for the compies. They're relatively harmless, right?
Really, Alan? Nothing here is harmless.
Now, if we could only make Mr. Hammond believe that.
Okay, so now we gotta work on the compies. More and more distractions. But my thing is nearly there. We also just have success rate 2 now, and let's make 3 dinosaurs instead of 2. And that's pretty much it at the moment.
Actively incubating even more carnivores? Are we, Dr. Sattler?
I need the genome first. At least enough to fill in the gaps of a copy.
Hammond knew what he was doing when he reached out to you.
What does that mean?
With all due respect, Dr. Sattler, You're a zealot. Like he is. No offense.
I didn't realize believing in something was a weakness. If my belief ensures the health and safety of life on this island, be it dinosaur, human, or even a tiny little plant, then that's all that matters to me.
Say, have you ever heard of summit fever, Dr. Sadler? In mountaineering, it's what gets climbers killed. The desire, the compulsion, if you will, to reach the top becomes more important than anything else, more important than survival, even. That's John Hammond.
And that's also me? That's what you mean?
I'm only offering perspective.
When you're trying for something, you want to achieve it, especially something you've dreamt about your entire life.
It's not the goal that concerns me, Dr. Sadler. It's the cost.
Okay, well, we're going to be, it's going to take a while, so we're going to end things off here. So, hopefully next time we're going to be doing Mission 6, New Attractions, Compsognathus and Pteranodon, and Ceratosaurus is now available to us. So, we are going to get this Ankylosaurus into its enclosure. Put it in here. We're going to get the Pachycephalosaurus on the go. Dilophosaurus is going to take a little bit, because we don't... Did I even research it? Yeah, I think I did.
I told Alan that we could trust you. He had his doubts, but not me.
That's nice and easy.
This next contract may require some overtime on your part, but you knew the job was tough before you got here. On the
You don't
other
even
hand,
pay
I
me,
had absolutely no
I think.
idea.
Asset delivery confirmed.
And this is the Jurassic Park 3
Construction is
Ankylosaurus.
in order. Mind you, I'm not ordering. All I'm suggesting.
It looks so much better. Still not great, but it looks so much better. Alright, so yeah. We will end things off here, and next time we'll get the Compies and the Pteranodon into the park. So I will